All right. Hello, good morning, good evening, and good night. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic because today we're going to be talking about ZIM integrated shipping because ZIM is a stock that I actually hold in my real life portfolio. I got 41 shares and it's currently been bouncing back with a current share price of about $22.33. And in the past 6 months, ZIM has went from really a $10 stock all the way up to a $22 stock. That's a 120% increase. When we look over the past year, you can see Zim's had a very rocky history, and over kind of the total stock price chart of their entire existence as a stock, they've gone from a $14 stock all the way up to a $80 stock, and then trending back down to a $20 stock. So let's talk a little bit about ZIM, how they're actually booming right now, how they've been making some money and their financials are slowly turning around, but shipping rates are decreasing. So it's a weird time for ZIM. They're booming. Generally, they trend with shipping rates, but you can see shipping rates are falling. And I want to talk about why there hasn't been too much news around ZIM, but yet it's still trending up and it's trending strong. So I want to get into everything and why as well I think ZIM could potentially move up in the ranks as one of the larger shipping companies in the world as it currently sits, maybe about 10th place next in line to some big names. So if that sounds good, we're up to 5,442 subscribers. Sounds crazy to say. 56 subscribers in the last 28 days. The last video did amazing. We're looking at 1.5k views in the past day or so. So a 1 out of 10 is always a reason to celebrate. So pat yourself on the back. And nonetheless, let's get into this video here. So we're talking about ZIM. $22.33 is where the stock currently sits. And you can see even in the past month, it's gone from a $16.23 stock all the way up to a $22 stock. And I think it's about time we make a video on ZIM because it's been very up and down, but very bullish lately. And I find that ZIM really trends with global shipping rates. A chart that kind of shows shipping rates better over the past year to give you an idea. So I do as well have ZIM's financials up. And the reason why I want to show you is because when we're looking at, let's say, Q4 of 2023, you could see that ZIM was actually negative. They reported a earnings of negative 148 million. And that's also due to the fact that leading up to this point, you're looking at shipping rates that are about 1,700, dropping down to 1,400 because it was the months leading up to Q4. So shipping prices, global shipping prices were very low, and that contributes to ZIM's poor earnings. And you could even see, okay, $100 million is a decent loss for a company, but you could see like in the past, ZIM is decently close to profitability when shipping rates equalize, when they go up, let's say about $2,000 to $3,000. You've seen here in January, we've seen $3,000, then almost $4,000 leading into February, where shipping prices slowly declined. This is where we started to see on ZIM's financials where they started to become positive, where they went to first $90 million here when they received kind of this first little boost in Q1 of 2024 up to this point. And then when we're looking at Q2, you could see that they did pretty fantastic, almost $400 million in profit, which contributes to ZIM's bigger dividend. But now we're at a point where ZIM has been collecting, or not, I shouldn't say collecting, but shipping freight rates have gone significantly up and they've been making a lot more. You're talking about, look, they've gone to $5,000 all the way up to almost $6,000. So you're talking almost potentially double what it was back in January. And so that could potentially double ZIM's dividend. And I really think that's the reason why people are so bullish on ZIM right now and people are buying. And you can see 11% in the past day is just because they see global shipping rates are very high at the moment and they know that ZIM is going to be paying a bigger dividend. I think it's very safe to say ZIM should be paying a bigger dividend because freight rates have just gone parabolic. And I could say, you know, it's due to tensions in the Red Sea. I was looking for any kind of evidence of why this might happen. Sure, August 20th, there is still possibilities of airstrikes and let's say like bombings that are happening around the Red Sea, which is diverting a lot of containers. That's why freight rates have been so high recently. But I don't see tension in the Middle East slowing down. So shipping rates, although I think they're currently a bit high, I think they could kind of stay a bit and hover about this $4,000 per 40-foot container marker, which would keep ZIM profitable. And when ZIM is profitable, ZIM will be paying dividends. Their goal is to pay out 30% of their net income in dividends. And so if they're able to earn even more net income, you are going to profit as investors. And that's why I think a lot of people are buying. And just to kind of show you a perspective of how ZIM has performed, even in the past month, we've gone from a $16.21 stock, 16.21 divided by the current share price of 22.33, just to show you how much ZIM has trended in the past even month. This was the price difference. You're looking at, subtract 1, a 27% increase from just even mid this month, September 9th, something like that. So ZIM has definitely been on the come up since then. It's definitely going to produce a bigger dividend than previously because we have global shipping rates that are climbing, even though right now they're looking like they're falling. They've been climbing, and I think ZIM's next quarterly earnings are going to show these high freight rates. But going in the future, if if global shipping rates continue to fall, then ZIM's dividend will fall. Whatever the shipping freight rates are is what ZIM will be able to pay out, because that is in turn how they collect their money. But I think as investors, even now with my 41 shares, I'm looking to hold ZIM. I'm not looking to sell. I'm currently down about 5.5%. My average share cost is $23.63. I've earned much more than that in dividends. And if I'd be to sell now, I definitely sell at a gain because of how much dividends I've received in the past. But nonetheless, I'm going to continue to hold and continue to collect dividends from ZIM. And one thing I do want to mention as well is I do believe that ZIM is slowly working their way up as a company. They're really impressing me on how they're expanding their fleets, and also kind of their plans to become more fuel friendly and fuel cost effective with their new LNG ships. They've got a bunch of new ships that were on the way. I can't remember the exact number because it's been a very long time since I really checked into ZIM, but they've really been on a great path, and I do believe that they're going to push beyond some of these other containers. You can see here ZIM back in 2021, which was a long time ago, they had 419,000. ZIM actually doubled this number to about 800,000 back in 2023 and 2024, early 2024. So they're carrying a lot more. They're able to carry a lot more containers, which in turn is going to allow them to build up their ranks and become bigger transporters. You can see here, Yang Min, only about 662,000. ZIM's already beyond that. And I know for a fact ZIM has more than 90 current active vessels. And ZIM, I do believe that they could potentially be one of the top shipping companies. Maybe not as big as Maersk at the current moment, but in due time. You're looking at Maersk as a $170 billion shipping company. ZIM only stands at roughly about a 2.7 billion dollar company. So there's a lot of potential to grow, expand their fleet. And I don't think ZIM is going to be a $100 billion company anytime soon, but I do think they could potentially be a $10 billion company, which would still be a 4x from their current share price. And yet they still got a ways to go. We still got a lot to see, but I think ZIM is pointed in the right direction, and that's why I'm going to stay invested. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, a little video on ZIM, just because of the recent price action where the stock has been climbing very fast. I think it's due to the fact that shipping rates have been doing very well. Currently, they're on a bit of a downtrend, but I do think that ZIM's next dividend is going to be bigger than the last, just based on what we've seen in the past months. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, remember to subscribe. Join our page. We're up to 5,442 subscribers. If you guys enjoyed, stick around for more videos like this. I'll do my best to keep you guys posted, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.